Hi everyone, good morning, and thank you for joining me in today's live stream. My name is Rachel, and this is your life sketch, redesigning your life one step at a time. Today, we are going to talk about spiritual wellness. So, we've covered physical, financial, social, intellectual, and today, the big question is, are you spiritually well? But first, let us define spiritual wellness. Most of the time, when we hear the word spiritual or spirituality, we think of religion, right? So, in definition, when we say spiritual wellness, this is the feeling of being connected to a higher power, finding meaning in life, and pursuing one's life purpose. But of course, we will dive deeper into the meaning of spiritual wellness. We are so lucky, we are so blessed today to have with us an expert in this field. So she will be helping us, assess ourselves and, discover the things that we need to work on when it comes to spiritual wellness. She is the center manager of Southern Luzon Pranic Healing Training Center. She is an authorized Pranic Healing Educator and a certified yoga teacher since 2011. Also, a nurse by education. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome teacher Donna Francisco.
Wow, thank you, Rachel. Thank you for that super introduction. And thank you, everyone, for inviting me here to share everything about spiritual wellness. Spirituality is not just being, religious, and spiritual wellness actually encompasses everything. So let's say if you are spiritually well, then everything will be put into the right place. Like you will be mentally, you will become well, emotionally, and even physically and financially. Everything will be taken care of. So number one really is to have that spirituality.
Instructions for today, pull out your pens and your papers. 10 questions answerable by yes or no. Be as honest as possible. Try to gauge. If you hit 7 yes answers, then that means you're on the right track. Otherwise, Teacher Donna is here to guide us through and, give us suggestions on how we can strengthen our spiritual wellness. And also, if I may already announce, we will have a special activity later, a short activity towards the end. So if I can, suggest that you guys find, while you're listening to our live stream today, find a spot that's there's not much of any distraction, a quiet place probably for our special activity later. All right. So, Teacher Donna, if you're ready, let's begin.
Number one, actually, this is the first question that we need to ask ourselves. If you are connected with your physical body, yan, do you know where your mouth is? Your ears, your eyes, everything. Actually, it's the physical anatomy. And also being aware and being connected with it, we can really feel if there is something wrong physically. So, for example, maybe we can relate it currently, right? 2 years of being locked down, there are many people who experience pain. For example, lower back pain, or for example, anything that is really physically, it's since we are all, let's say, at our house, we lack physical exercise. So again, this is the best way for us to know whether we are really one with our physical body. Like we know already which part of our body needs attention.
When we say connected to our body, it doesn't have to be that everything is functioning perfectly. So, as long as we are able to detect, I'm experiencing back pain, I have a headache. So that is still being connected to the body.
Most people, they would really stop already with their, let's say, their current lifestyle when they get too sick already. Like for example, it may lead to stroke or whatever it is na it could have been addressed already at an early stage. So yun, being connected with your body, knowing when to continue and when to stop.
Am I aware of my thoughts and emotions?
It's like, how do you feel? How do you think? For example, if you are with another person, how do you manage your emotions when encountered with problems and so on? So again, awareness of this. Knowing yourself actually, because what you have inside, if you really are very aware of it, it would be really easier to understand yourself.
So, whatever comes
Yes.
to mind, whatever you feel, we need to acknowledge it. So, it's like the connected with the body. You need to address it. Assessment question number three. Do I have control over my body?
I would say many temptations out there that can be easily, we can, let's say for example, we are stressed. It's really easy for us to just open that that, let's say, junk food, and really to relieve that stress, that tension. But again, if we are have control over our body, like for example, that moment, it's easy, no, that second, okay, that second of pleasure will be a lifetime of disaster. Like when you keep on, let's say, eating due to emotional stress, over time it can actually do a lot of harm also for your body.
You have control over your body, eh? Yes. Even when you don't feel good, the discipline is there. And yes, thank you. Somebody said it is true. It is easier said than done.
We are still human beings. We also enjoy life, but the important thing is there is moderation. And
Mhm.
being excessive in anything is actually, that will be a problem. So anything in moderation.
Do I know my strengths?
Good to practice, um, really affirming yourself also for doing a good job, because there are also people who are having a hard time like affirming, like giving themselves a tap on the shoulder, like they are good people. Because sometimes if we, um, for example, you made mistakes in the past, there are some people who cannot really move on to it, and it
Mhm.
really dampened them down. So this is actually a good, building your self-esteem also, that yes, you made mistakes, but you are becoming a better person.
Am I working on my weaknesses?
I think they cannot see much of their weaknesses, maybe lack of self-honesty. And then there are others naman na they are more focused on their weaknesses, and they cannot see their strengths. So again, balance. With this, you can write also maybe your top 3 weaknesses that you would like to work on.
I would think that it's good to have weaknesses because you know that there's room for improvement. Let's go to number six. Am I loving and kind in thoughts, words, and actions?
It starts with our thoughts, right? For example, if we browse through social media, we see something, and you immediately, there's reaction to it. So it would be nice for us to really catch ourselves, what are we thinking, because sometimes we could be saying something very nice, but at the back of our head we are criticizing others. So that's actually, I know, it's still there. It's still energy, and it's flowing, and we may not know it. Whatever we think, whatever we say, whatever we do will come back to us, as in many, many times. And sometimes we tend to like question na parang I'm a good person. Why is this
Oh
happening to me?
my.
Maybe in the past, um, we were like, thinking of something nasty to others, so it would be nice for us to continue to really reflect and have control over these thoughts and, yeah, emotions before we put it into action.
Do I have a regular spiritual practice?
And so this one, it can be like, for example, I know people who are, let's say, they pray the rosary every day, first thing in the morning, same time, same place. For us naman, we do meditations daily. So again, same time, same place. So whatever it is that you, for example, I have a friend, she is a Muslim, and they have a regular, like, I cannot remember what time, but I think it was 4 a.m. But they do this like spiritual practice daily at the same time, at the same place. So if you have something like that, it could be also for other, let's say, yoga practitioners. They do the yoga poses as their way of spiritual practice.
Question number 8. Am I living a life with purpose?
So if what you are doing as of the moment is makes you really super recharged, it's like waking up in the morning and you're super excited to go to work, then you are living a life with purpose. But if you are someone who, like, oh, it's Monday again, and you're super happy if it's Friday, then maybe it's time for us to change.
Assessment question number 9. Am I a child of God?
Who are there are actually a lot of people who are lost, and I was once lost before. And I think the important thing for us to know that we are experiencing some challenges, but still we are gifted with this life. We are still breathing, we are still living. um, so just by acknowledging that, yes, I'm a child of God, and yes, I make mistakes, but I can do it because I have the power within me. I'm with God, or to whoever God you believe in. May it be an energy with consciousness, a spiritual being, a universal supreme God, if you may say. No. So it is really a lifelong journey for us to discover it, because I can say a lot of things. Now I can say that, yes, you are a child of God, but in the end, you are still the one who will have the answers.
Last question. Am I connected to a higher being?
Like, if you're connected to the great source of power, it's not like we're just doing this on our own, right? Like, there's nobody else that is guiding us. Because maybe you can reflect on those times wherein, let's say, for example, you went to this place, and for some reason you were not led to that place because it's maybe something happened there, and it was maybe good luck that you were able to went to another place. So something like that, that you are guided with. For some people it could be like angels. Some people it could be um, their spiritual teachers, or to whoever that you have connection with. So let's say, for example, for our Christian friends, Catholic friends, it could be Lord Jesus. We are connected to him. For the others, it could be Lord Buddha. So are you connected to this spiritual teachers and to the ultimate source of power, uh, the creator of things, which is the ultimate supreme God?
Thank you for the guidance. Thank you, Teacher Donna.
Coming from the words of our teacher, Master Choa Kuksoy, um, he said that spirituality is a way of life. It is not just doing meditation. So for us to achieve, it is also said by him that spiritual people, we have our hands reaching up to the heavens, but we are still connected to earth. So if we connect to a higher source of power, we connect to God, everything will be taken care of. Our families, our loved ones, and even our finances, everything will just be flowing. Okay. And yeah, our thoughts, our emotions will get cleansed, and we will all be energized because again, our root comes from the divine. We just need to open, actually, we just need to open ourselves for this kind of energy, for this divine energy, so that also we remove our weaknesses so that we may further receive all this um, healing and blessings.
A very informative session. Thank you, Teacher Donna, for sharing all those with us and for your time and just the good energy. Thank you for the good energy that you just shared with all of us. Again, thank you, everyone. This is Rachel, and this is your Light Sketch, where we help you redesign your life one step at a time. Bye, everyone. Stay safe and happy weekend.